Welcome, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome, Angela. Welcome, Annette, Nelda, Amy. Little twisted as everybody's starting to slide in on this Monday evening. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? What about you, Angela?
Fantastic. It was amazing yesterday doing readings at the Holiday Inn at the Holistic Health and Psychic Fair in Canton, Ohio. And the readings were amazing. This one woman was real set on a particular spirit to come through that who's been with her since she was a child. And he did tell me a little bit about himself, but he did his own switcheroo, and it was actually her cousin who came through, her deceased cousin. And I actually did his portrait, and then she told up the phone to show a photo of the deceased cousin, and it was a perfect match of what I just drew. She didn't even tell me about him, and I thought about how he liked motorcycles, his personality, and it was just so much related to him. She's like, "That's my cousin," and it came through. It was amazing. It's like I even his hair color, his eyes, the shape of his face, what he's wearing, everything matched a photo from him from when he was a teenager.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty wild.
Yeah, one person, the ones that sat down, I said, the first thing I'm being shown is strawberries. I just see strawberries. And he said, I'm looking for strawberries right now. It's my favorite food. So that was the first thing I got was strawberries for him. And then it went on about a little girl. And he actually lost two boys. And this little girl, little spirit girl, came and got his little boys and is taking care of them over in heaven. And she and his two sons, who are now in spirit, visit him. And I told him about his experience of visiting. It's like they bring peace and they bring the light of heaven with you. He says, yes, I do. And I feel them and I know when they're around me. I confirm that, and that they're in your bedroom. They're in their bedroom, Lana. He says, yes, mainly around my bed. And he was able to validate that because he didn't tell me anything. He just sat down on the chair. He didn't even tell me anything. Right? And I'm picking all this up. And I said, the little girl's saying that, would you like me to open up heaven a little bit more? Because every time we come, the door of heaven opens, and we open that in order to visit you. And he said, yes, I need that. And so she agreed to do that. And every time they do visit in spirit, he feels this peace, and he knows when they're there. He knows when they're talking to him. He knows exactly when they're there.
Oh, that's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is. That's really interesting.
Yeah, and I have another fair coming up. Let me just get my calendar. We'll look at it really quickly because I have another one that's coming up, and that is going to be in February. So that will be, take a look here. I know there's one in February. Yes, so this will be a Weirton, West Virginia holiday, and will be the next Holistic Health and Psychic Fair, and that's going to be on the 16th, February 16th. So if you want to come see me in person and get a reading, and you're near Weirton, West Virginia, you're more than welcome to come. I like going there because it's a muddy hill that you have to go up on the highway to get there. And you could hear all the cars downshifting at the same time as they start going up because it's such a steep hill. And then when we get there, we get together. I tell my friends, I'm like, hey, did your car make it? Did they call somebody? I think that's the weird one. There's a Tri-Philadelphia one that's like that too, or Tridelphia that's like that. I think it's either Weird or Tridelphia has the big hill that go up. It's like, and this is some part of the major highway, so
Wow.
everybody cars has to. They're all chugging up the hill.
Right. Chugga, chugga, chugga. I think I can. I think I can.
Praying that the cars will make it. Especially
Right.
if you just have the little cars, which my car is not a powerful car. It is a 4-cylinder, but it's it is this these it's kind of like the larger version that Hyundai makes as far as engine goes, but it's still not a very powerful engine. It's not like it's a V8 or anything like that. So it's. I wish I had a V8 every time I go to that hill. I wish I had a V8 with a turbo, or like a Dodge Ram with a Hemi in it, and take that hill on. Leave everybody in the dust.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. And,
I remember those days.
oh yeah. Yeah. I never really had. I had a car. Had one of those cars. My very first car was one of the station wagons. Like, remember the station wagon that had the wood on the side? Remember those?
Right.
I had the car that was just when those things were starting to kind of go out of style. I had a car. I had one of those. So that's what I learned to drive in. The big station wagon, right? It's and it didn't come with the speakers, so Dad and I took the speakers out of a large stereo, like a really big stereo, an old stereo that that was about the length of a couch. Took the speakers out of that and put it in there, and then it had only one little spot, the dash for the speaker. We tore the dash apart, put it in there, and then in high school. And I turned that one speaker on. My speaker was louder than all the other speakers in the parking lot because we had a metal speaker from the 60s in there. It was all metal. It wasn't the paper speakers. Everybody had paper speakers. I had a metal speaker. So the Dad and I put in there together, wired up. My goodness.
Isn't that the truth? Chevy Chase in Vacation, Little Twisted said. So
you had a push button, you said, Annette? Yeah, you had a push button car. They kept trying to kill her. It always died when she pulled into traffic. Oh my gosh.
Nanny says that she had an 84 Datsun.
Oh my. We had I think it was like a 72 or 73 Malibu, and the the forward went out, and you could only drive it in reverse or something like that. And it was it's a problem. He got rid of that thing. Oh, and I did have. I think the worst car that I had was a Chevy Cavalier, an '84 Chevy Cavalier, and it had all sorts of oil leaks. It and the radiator would leak and everything, and oh my gosh, it was just it would, you'd stop and it would just get this white cloud of smoke the moment it would just disappear in smoke the moment you stop, and people would walk up to me and say, "Don't you know your car is smoking?" Like I wouldn't notice that. Like, hey, come on, I know my car is smoking. And, oh my gosh, I got rid of that.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and I had one that my mom thought was haunted because it was it has all sorts of electrical issues, and every time you would get in and you would shut the door and you would turn the windshield wipers on, the door would pop open, or we drive down the road and the vents would go by themselves, and then the antenna would go up and down at random, and then the windshield wipers would go on at random. It was just, it was nuts.
Yeah, I would scream. I'd definitely scream.
It just had electrical problems like crazy. It really did, and it was just the most random random issues I ever had with a car.
My grandmother had a yellow Volkswagen station wagon when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
And every time she turned right, the horn would honk. That was funny as hell. And we would just wave. Every time she turned that wheel, no power steering, it would honk. And those Volkswagens, it had a loud horn too, right?
Yeah, they really did have a loud horn. Now, I gotta tell you, some of the spirits, when I pick up on them, sometimes I will pick up them through their cars that they drove when they were alive. Because I'm such a, it's just one of the things that I really am a car aficionado, and I love classic cars, and I love antique cars, and I'm in the automobile industry, and some I will pick up on the car that driving, and then I could tell you the era they were from. In fact, there was one time where I was in a dream. I was taken out of body, and I was in an area that's kind of in the spirit world we might want to call purgatory. It was like neither night or day, and it was always sunset, and all these cars were together, and I realized all these cars, when I walked up to them, I realized they were people. These were souls that were waiting to get in, like waiting to cross over, and they were been patient, and there have been people waiting there for a long time because these were old, a lot of them were older cars. And who, oh, there it is.
There it is, right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Fig Nugan right there. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like.
The
And every
people's
time she
car.
turned right, it would beep.
That's funny. Well, when I was in the in this area and this place, and it was very quiet, and people were the souls were there for very quiet. There was this one car that was set off by itself, and it was a this was a 1940, um, either like 40 or 41 Ford Coupe Deluxe. Okay, so the flathead. If you remember the flatheads
Mm-hmm.
style it came out with, was a flathead, and it was by itself, kind of under a canopy. And I walked up to it, and I thought, well, this is kind of neat. I know I'm going to just look at the engine because I think this is a flathead. And then all of a sudden, in this complete silence where it was, in this, total silence, there's this loud blast of music comes out of the car, and I hear a voice say, but it's not out loud. It's like I felt it. Don't touch my car. And it was Patsy Cline.
Shut the front door.
It was Patsy Cline. And it was her voice that was singing on the radio of the car. So, and I could not, I went through her entire music library, like her entire music career, which took months and months to do because there was so much music that she produced. Not one of them matched the song I was hearing. And she had prepared a song for when she gets into heaven, because she was waiting at the time, just for when she gets there, and that's what the song was. And it was more cheerful sounding. It had a celebratory, kind of a celebratory tone to it. And
You
but
trying
yeah,
to
it
say
was her
celibate?
voice. And yeah. My goodness.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, in that experience, I about jumped out of my skin because the music came on so loud and it was so aggressive. I just like, don't touch me. It explained why her car was separate from all the other ones, because she would be separated out, you know, being with her fame and everything, and separated out from the other people. But yeah, that was her. That was Patsy Cline. That was her that I met. Isn't that something?
You crack me up. You're funny.
My funny?
You're funny.
Well,
Oh my lord.
it scared me. I'm like, well, Patsy Cline, she's scary. We meet her in her afterlife. Don't touch her car. Don't touch her car. Whatever you do, don't touch her car. Don't cut Patsy's car. She will she will let you know not to touch her car.
Hmm. Okay. That is funny though.
Yeah, I was like, I came back from that and I'm like, oh my god, and because I recognized the voice, like Patsy Cline's voice, and I'm like, oh my god, that was Patsy Cline. Oh my gosh, and she's waiting there. She must have crossed over by now. I mean, I haven't got pulled into where she was,
Right.
but I was. It was my grandmother, my deceased grandmother, that actually took me there. So yeah, on the other side.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty wicked. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that really is. That's pretty wicked. I thought you was pulling my chain there for a minute.
I am not. I wasn't. I actually encountered Patsy Cline on the other side. I just who I happened to meet. He just happened to walk up to, and all these cars were actually their souls. And this was how she was representing herself, was a 1941 Ford Coupe Deluxe.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. It's my roller skate. What are they talking about? Hey, Virgil. Hey, Greg. Welcome to the show, Greg. Mr. Ogles with Relic Films. How you doing there? Wow. That's pretty wicked.
Yeah. There's another famous person I did get to or met, and it blew my mind when because I never, I don't obsess about this era of history or whatsoever, but
You know what that
what,
reminds me of? It reminds me of that movie, damn Christine. Remember that horror movie, Christine?
yeah, Christine.
Everything, yeah. Mary's over going,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah, Patsy
That
Cline's
scared the hell out of
personality.
me when I was a kid.
Yeah, and her personality is very, very strong. I mean, Patsy
Who,
Cline
Mary?
is
No joke. Why do you
she's
think I'm with
very, very aggressive. I would say very aggressive, very
her? She can be.
upfront with you in your face type
Yeah, she
person. She's like
is.
it's her way or no way. Basically,
Sometimes.
it's I'm gonna get in a lot of determination I got from
Yeah,
her, like
Mary can be that way.
very much.
Yeah.
And the other person I was
No.
surprised.
Angela ain't paying a damn look attention to me. She's talking about the damn car. I'm talking about Mary. Mary's over going, Grizzly, are you muted? I'm like, hell no, I ain't muted.
Yeah, the car was yeah, the car was. It does remind me a little bit of now. If it had burst into flames, that definitely would.
Oh, I told Mary, if she ever bursts in flames, I'm out.
Yeah, Maximum Overdrive. That was another good one, and I liked the car. That I thought that was well made for a TV show for in the 80s. The car, and where it ran into somebody's. It actually the car was possessed, and it ran into somebody's house. There's a woman sitting at her kitchen table, and you see the headlights in the window, and it just runs her over because it drives through her house.
Yeah,
It was,
right.
the other person I had a message from the other side was Lyndon B. Johnson.
What?
Mm-hmm. And he was burning. He was being tortured, and he was being punished on the other side. And he was warning me. He said that back when he was in. Okay.
I got to throw a disclaimer. There we
Okay.
go.
Okay. So when he told me that he'd been a career criminal all his life, and
Wow.
he said in the time that he was alive, he says that don't think of nations or government, think in terms of corporations running everything. And he said that they said these are bigger criminals than he is. and he made the point that these people were willing to risk all of humanity's destruction because they were planning on back in the 60s to detonate an atom bomb in the United States and blame Russia and start an atomic warfare um, uh, with Russia. And he said to me, and this was, I would say, about five, I don't know, it was more than that, maybe 10 years ago. He said, in your time, there's a high risk of this happening. And he said it was corporations who were planning it. He says, even though I'm a really, he's suffering because he feels he deserves it. However, he says he's not so insane that he's willing to risk an extinction, the full extinction of humanity to do something like that. And he said that they were planning these things, and then these demons came up and pulled him right back down.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was like
I
desperate to
know
warn.
somebody that one of their spirit guides.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say it. One of their spirits guys is a known serial killer.
Whoa.
I ain't gonna say which one because I don't want to bust them. But
If
I
there
about
was,
fell out,
oh my
blown
gosh.
on, and he come back, and he's in heaven, allegedly in heaven, and he asked for forgiveness for he got put to death, and he came back to help with cold cases. Ain't
Wow.
nobody on our team. Well, yeah.
Whew. Yeah, I did. I did get a visit by Jeffrey Dahmer, and that was such an experience. I actually had, and one of his victims. There's an unknown victim that me and another person who specializes serial killers that we are trying to hunt down. We know when, and it was given enough information because I saw everything through the victim's eyes. It was in the bar, and this was one of his last victims. So this is when he was in Milwaukee. He was in a basement bar, and it was just him and Jeffrey. And it was like a private bar, and it was like at somebody's house or something. You would go walk down the sidewalk, down these stairs, and go to this bar, right? And there's some furniture there, and he's sitting there, and it's just him and Jeffrey. And he just got a terrible feeling, and he felt uncomfortable around him, so he panicked and rushed to the door, and Jeffrey shut the door, would not let him, so he couldn't open it and get away. And I could feel the panic and the fear, and both and the victim came through my spirit box, and he said, "My God, Jeffrey is here." And then he would say Dahmer, like he would say, "My God, Dahmer's here." And then I had Dahmer come to me in a dream at that same bar, and he tried to hurt me, but there was nothing he could do. He was completely powerless. But the victim was with him, and this victim that we're trying to identify was there, and I recognized him. He says, "My God, there's a serial killer in the building," and
Wow.
tried to warn me. And then he came through audibly in my ear. I could hear him speaking out loud, the victim speaking out loud, saying, "Dahmer's still here, help me."
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I did a portrait of Dahmer, and once I dealt with Dahmer, and I actually did a portrait of Dahmer as he is in his afterlife and what that looks like, and also what was mentally, what's going on with Dahmer psychologically. I did that painting, and the victim left after Dahmer left. It's just like they were somehow attached to each other.
Did they ever catch the Zodiac killer?
No, it's never been formally caught. I just, that one is one that still that bothers me. As old as the case that it is, I still find it disturbing, and that especially that he hasn't been caught, and they haven't figured out exactly who he is or who he was, and I wonder about that very much.
I'm gonna make a prediction. See my eyebrows. They're gonna find a relative of the VTK or the Zodiac killer.
The Zodiac killer. I hope so. The
They'll
genetic
find the
profiling,
relative,
find a relative, and then be able to link
right? A
them up.
living relative, and they're gonna
And,
find
and
it
I'll
through DNA.
and I'll never forget this, that victim he also came while I was working, and I all of a sudden I had an experience seeing through the victim's eyes while I was working, while I was on the job, and that was the most awful fear to be overpowered by. It was, and I could look right into Jeffrey's eyes when he had the lenses, the yellow lenses on him, in his eyes. That was just, and that
Nice.
was a horrible experience. And I
All
do
right, let's
hope.
switch up gears. If you want a reading from good old Angela,
Mm-hmm.
put your name on the board. I'll start. Put you in order, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm a little lagging on my end. I don't know why. I'm full power tonight. I'm wide open. Welcome, Becky Walker, to the show. Nice to have you. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, well, it's very positive paranormal experiences too. You know, I've got family that that's. I had my uncle who passed away a few years ago, like 4 years ago. Passed. Visited me. He was just the most wonderful human being, and he came through my spirit box and said, "I am your uncle," and I miss him so much. He was such an amazing guy, and I hope I get to talk to him again. I'm sure I will at some point, and get to see him again. He was such a amazing
Got you down,
person.
Becky, on that. Go ahead and ask your question.
Okay,
I
Becky.
send you mine already. Nelda, I don't know what you mean, but I got you down, Nelda. Okay. Annette, ask your question. We'll start with Annette.
Okay,
Curtis, I
Annette.
got you in line, you chicken man. I think Curtis runs around naked with the chicken. You're
That's
welcome,
not too
Becky.
good for the chicken.
And damn that damn Curtis and his chicken down at Salt Fork. All right, we'll let Annette get her question as she's typing.
She says,
Will
"Will
there
there be
be
any?" Yeah. What
problems
is?
with my trip next month?
Okay, Annette. So, will there be any problems with Annette's trip next month? Okay, so listen to see.
Yeah, don't take Curtis because he'll bring some rubber chickens.
All right. So the first room I got for you, this is Iowa. So this is death, communication, regeneration. But what I'm getting from this is that there's going to be communication issues. I think there's going to be communications issues on your travel arrangements. Like you're trying to get to one place to another, and you're trying to call everybody ahead and make sure everything's right and everybody's got their situation in order. And it feels like there's communication issues that will arise from that. The next room I got is ISA. So ISA is delay. Um, and it's also ice, it's pause. I know that you want to relax. I feel like you will, but there will be some delays, some very frustrating due to communication difficulties and misunderstandings that just seem to arrive out of nowhere. But once you've got that handled, I mean, there will be some delay. That will create some delay. But once you're on vacation, relax. It's done. You'll get there. You'll get to enjoy it, even though it'll be frustrating in the beginning. And the last room I got for this is Othala. So Othala is human destiny, family. It's royalty. It's prosperity. It's also the Orlog, or human destiny, a collective human destiny or oneness. And what I'm getting from that is that sense of being one with everything. So when you do make it on your vacation, you will finally get to enjoy it. The pleasure might be delayed a little bit, but once you're there, it's going to be so peaceful. You're going to have a peaceful experience.
Your 70-year-old brother's getting married. Well, congratulations. It ain't never too late.
Oh wow,
What do
that's
you mean? Oh
wonderful.
no, that's congratulations. What what the hell? You don't tell nobody. Oh no, that's congratulations. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the very end of the door. She says, I reckon, Mary. I gotta go back and snip that. And that goes, my 7-year-old brother is getting married. And Angela goes, oh no. I'm like, no, it's congratulations. And that goes, I reckon. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What the hell? That's awful, guys. What's wrong in that? What's wrong? There must be a story behind this. And then I send you a link to come on the show live and tell us this story because I got to hear this one.
Oh my gosh.
And Angela, you got to learn how to control your emotions.
I didn't say, oh no.
Yeah, you did. Angela goes, oh no. You're supposed to say congratulations. That's like when you look at an ugly baby, you don't go, You're supposed to go, oh, beautiful, and be like, what the frig, you know? You know those people on TikTok showing their moms and their dads
Right.
pictures of ugly babies and like, we're on FaceTime. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, how beautiful. She said, send the link. I used to live in
a converted funeral home. Oh, how cool is that?
I thought she said a convent. I was like, what the hell? We gotta have her on the show. I was like, a convent. What the hell? She's wearing black and white. Yeah. Hold on.
Congratulations to your brother getting married.
You're not supposed to say, oh no. That was awful. I can't believe she did that. Annette, send me a message on Facebook Messenger. I'll send you the link. I got to hear this story. Let me get the link. Oh my God. Can you hand me my phone so I can get the link for Annette? This is awful. I got to hear this story. Okay. I can't believe Angela. She said they wouldn't take me. Yeah, it's Grizzly Chris on Facebook. I got my messenger up. So let's see here. Grimen. Let me see if I can pull you up. Grie. Yeah, I'm laughing so hard. Your double S name. Grimen. Hold on. Griem. Why is everybody running to the bathroom and getting a drink? Yeah, I am bragging her on. Send me a message on Facebook and then I'm waiting for you. I got to hear this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so Runes are saying there's going to be some issues with the communication.
Poor Angela. Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm laughing so hard.
Delay,
I'm laughing so hard. My Apple Watch said loud environment. And that says, I'm sure. So I just got a message. Okay, hold on, Annette. Here it comes. Oh, she says, I want to show them this video. I would too. I can't believe she said that live. Angela said, oh no. That was funny as all get out. Man, I tell you what, it's hard to hold some of your expressions sometimes. Because sometimes you don't think. All right, here we go, Annette. All right, you got the link. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stand by. We're gonna get the details on this one. I know, Natalie. We can't help to wonder either. Is Angela This is what Angela did. Let me get my laptop. She goes, oh no. All right, stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Annette said I need that laugh. I about fell out. I was like, Angela. I did. I was like, what the hell? You know, you just say congratulations. And then after the show, you'd be like, Grizzly, did you hear that? I know. Then you talk. You don't do it on the show.
I don't remember saying, oh no. That's the thing. I don't remember saying that.
You did. Oh, God. And then I sent you the link. Oh, my God. That was funny as hell. See, even people are messaging me and saying I was watching. She did say, oh, no. Oh.
Well, I was reading the comments, so I may have reacted to something in the comments.
Oh, she ain't coming on. I thought she was coming on. I sent you the link on that. All right, maybe she's fixing her hairdo. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what not now means, but but anyway, it was funnier than hell. I've seen about 4 faces. Oh, okay, she's all right. Well, anyways, I still can't believe it. Oh, wait a minute, she's backstage. Here, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Annette. How you doing? Can you hear us?
I think you're on mute.
Yeah, check your. We can't hear you, Annette. We can't hear you. No, you're muted now. Oh man, let's see here. Now try something. Oh no, we have no audio on you. Daggone it. That's terrible. Well, I tell you what, Annette, call this phone number. No, I want to text it to her. All right, check your messenger and call that number. Yeah, I sent you a phone number. Call that number. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have Annette call that number because we gotta figure this out. Hey, Kelly Dix from Newfoundland, welcome to the show. Here, you can have this back.
I got all the fair stuff loaded.
Okay.
And all the minimums, it's about 1,500.
Okay, that's no big deal. All right, let's see here. Let her call. All right, here. All right, you're live on the air.
Hi, Grizz.
Hey, how you doing?
I don't know yet. Ask me later.
Oh my God, I'm done. I can't believe Angela did that. That's funnier than hell, though.
Sorry.
I needed that laugh.
You did. I about fell out.
I think she actually said, I don't know. Or like,
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. I thought she said, oh no.
I said, see, I didn't say oh no. I said, I don't know. And you heard, oh no.
I was like, damn, Angela. That's
no,
what
I think she said, I don't know. That's still kind of negative, you know?
Hey, regardless, it was funnier now. I always say
Yeah.
congratulations, you know.
Red, your face was so red, your head was red.
I know. I was like, damn, Angela, we're live.
It was. Yeah. It was very entertaining.
Yes, it was. It was. So
Natalie said she said, oh wow. So oh wow is what Natalie
I have
said.
no idea. So what's the story? 70 years old?
Nellie's over here saying she said, oh, wow, is what she heard me say. Not oh,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Okay.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being 70 years old, getting married. You know?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Because I'm hearing something different on my laptop. I had to turn the sound down.
Yeah, I said there's nothing wrong with getting married at 70 years old.
No, not at all. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to die alone. I don't either. Nobody does.
No.
And she's 39, I think.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's from the Marshall Islands. She's beautiful.
Are you pulling my leg?
No, I'm not. I am not pulling your leg. It's true. They're getting married at the courthouse on Valentine's Day. I'm going to be the maid of honor witness. And yeah, it's really happening. I don't ask me. Don't ask me. I just said I'd be there. He's paying for it, so I'm going.
Have fun.
Well, I mean,
Victorian house.
well, I mean, there's grandmas dating teenagers, so what the hell?
Well, I guess they love each other. Whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. Well, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if you saw her, you'd say he's the luckiest man. She's beautiful.
Wow.
Anyways, I used to live in a haunted house too. Well, it was a haunted funeral home.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, and spirits, I've been to a haunted funeral home, and spirits will come there because that was the last time that their family saw them in their body was at the funeral home. So they'll come back and visit the funeral home where they were.
Some really strange things happened with my family when we lived there. My brother Rob, the middle boy, he was always so friendly, so nice, good kid to play with. He was like my best friend. He was only 16 months older than me. And all of a sudden, he just turned evil. He came in my room one night. I was 7 years old. He put a pillow over my face and was going to kill me. And if my mom hadn't got up to go to the bathroom, he would have done it. He tried to kill me 7 times. He changed. I mean, it was 100. I mean, just wham, totally different person. It wasn't my brother anymore. I don't know who it was. Mean. Anybody that came in the house, they would get mean. Really mean. Because my cousin, he tried to kill my other brothers, the one that's getting married. They tried to kill him in the house. My uncle had to separate him. I mean, it was just, the house was nothing but bad. I mean, every time people walked in, they got mad. They get angry over stupid stuff. And here I am, a little girl going, what is going on? Yeah. And we found, oh God, we went up in the attic and found all sorts of makeup and stuff that they did the deceased people with and stuff. My brother was playing with it. And oh man, he turned so bad. Until the day he died, he was evil. Pure evil.
Oh, wow.
I'm not joking. Yeah, my brother Steve, she worked with him. And then they moved in together. And now they're going to get married.
Well, congratulations. And thanks for sharing your story with us. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Angela.
You are welcome.
Okay. Take care of that.
See.
All right. Bye-bye.
I didn't say, oh no. It was oh wow, according to Natalie. You have a hearing issue.
Well, so you're talking 70 and a 39-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Love is love.
Come on, baby, let's play this game. Come on, baby, let's play the game of love.
Looks like Anne has a question. Anne
Who
asked,
has a question?
Anne, it's Anne Eva, I think is how you pronounce it. Anniva. She says, "Do you see a romantic development with my male friend who lives long distance? When will the communication will improve? Thanks."
I can't see nothing. Where are you reading that at?
At 9:41, where she made that in the comments.
You know what? Oh, I see it now. I found it.
All right.
Oh, my Lord.
Runes say. See, I didn't say oh no. I only said, I said, oh wow.
And that says the heart does not know numbers, and I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, and it says, "You see romantic development, my friend." So, Anne, let's see what the runes have to say about that. Okay, so the first rune I get is Helgala. So, Helgala is interference. It's the unexpected. It's also transformation, and I'm getting interference. It's like you're interested in this romantic relationship, but there is always something pulling him away. There's always something that just feels like it's a very hectic part of his life right now, a hectic time in his life right now. And the next rune I got is Ansus. So Ansus is speaking, and particularly speaking wisdom. And so speaking wisdom in this case. So what the runes are saying is that when you do speak with him, be careful with their words and think about what you're saying ahead of time. Make sure that your communication with him is clear and direct, and so there isn't anything that could be misinterpreted. Right? So, but you have to be the one to do that communication, right? You have to let him know. The next rune I got is Thorasos. So Thorasos is the thorn. And I see this is caution. So be cautious and proceed cautiously with your words, in particular with your communication. So be careful. And as far as when, I don't feel like it's soon, maybe in a few months, and that this has to go at its own pace. Okay, right now it's a very hectic time in his life, and he is being pulled in many different directions right now. And the best that you can do at this time is just offer your best wisdom in this situation.
I can't think. Oh, Natalie.
Okay. Natalie would like a reading. Awesome. Anne's actually she has a few months, but with the outcome, they'll be good. As far as outcome goes, I keep getting Ansus again. So this means wisdom has to take its course. So this has to be allowed to evolve on its own. I can't tell you the long-term outcome. The runes can't tell you that. It's not in a certainty, but it does say it will turn out well. There will be victory. So you will get what you want out of the relationship. It will be good. But it does have to kind of run its course and be able to make sure you incorporate wisdom into everything, which means you got to think ahead and make sure you're clear in your communication. Okay, so Natalie would like a reading. Okay, so Natalie, the first thing I get for you, Natalie, is Sowilo. Sowilo is the ray of the sun. It's success. It's epiphany. It's that sudden clarity. What I got was the more of the epiphany aspect of suddenly, like just inspiration, like out of the blue. and that is coming to you, and it feels like something fun. It's like something you want to do, and it just enters you just in your mind, like, I want to do this. It feels like maybe you want to go on a trip. It's like something you want to do. It's like, I want to go somewhere and I want to have fun. I want to make the short trip and just have a little fun for myself. It was kind of what I'm feeling. Like, you suddenly realize, hey, that would be a great idea. The next rune I got is Rytho. So Rytho is a journey, and this is the journey of the sun across the sky. This is Odin's chariot wheel. What I'm getting with Rytho is that you're feeling good about this journey, and it's like, yes, I'm deciding to go. That you're going to take this journey, and you go ahead and take care of this. You go on the journey, and it's actually a lot of fun. It ends up being a good choice from you, and you realize, I'm so glad that I followed my intuition, and that impulse that just came into my head that said, let's go have fun, let's go here. And then the next rune I got is Wunyo. Wunyo is joy, new beginnings, new start, first thing. So joy. So the very positive outcome.
Fantastic reading. Well, I laughed so hard. I think we're gonna have to have a Jerry Springer night. What do you think?
Oh my gosh.
So,
You know what might be fun, too. I know there are some other shows that do this. We do an Estes method, which is you're actually using through a spirit box. The other person asks the questions, but you can't hear the person because you got the headphones on. You're listening what the spirit box is saying. And sometimes the spirits that come through will joke with you and say some funny things. It's, on occasion, you can do something like that. That might be fun.
yeah, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fantastic. And I'm sorry we didn't get to everybody tonight. But you know what? We got other nights coming up, and we'll get to you. And from coast to coast, around the world, Godspeed. Have a good night. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Coming to a YouTube channel near you.